This is one of the best runs that you can do to help improve your endurance and your stamina for running. Now, it is very, very hard, but when you start doing this running, you're going to definitely be able to last longer in the ring doing your boxing training. Now, for this, you need a running track. This is my terrible picture of a running track, but it's going to be great for me to explain just how to do this run. And another great thing about this run is you can measure your progression so you know exactly how much fitter you're getting from the last time you did this run. Now, I recommend you do this run once a week, and I'm sure if you're like me, after you've done it the first time, the next time you're going to do it, you're going to get nervous because you're putting your body through a lot. And if you don't know who I am, my name's Tony Jeffries. I'm an Olympic bronze medalist boxer. I won 7 national titles, a European gold medal. I was an undefeated professional. And on this YouTube channel, I give you everything boxing, showing you how to punch harder, get fitter, get faster hands, get better feet, all that good stuff. So for more videos on how to get better at boxing, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss another video like this. Now let's get on with it. So the benefits of running is massive for boxing. Like I mentioned, this one specifically is going to really help you with your endurance and your stamina, and we all want that. Also, running for boxing is great for weight loss. You're burning them extra calories. It's great for discipline. And another great thing about this one, it's great for your mentality because you're going to want to give up. You're going to want to stop and quit when you're doing this run. So once you get through this, it's going to be great, and the benefits, like I mentioned, are massive to this. Now, when you're doing this run, I highly recommend you use a heart rate monitor because this is going to help you track your progression. Why do we want to guess if we're getting fitter when we can measure if we're getting fitter? And with the heart rate monitor, I'm going to give you a method to be able to really measure your fitness when you're doing this. And I first did this run when I was training with Joe Gallagher as a professional. It was fantastic, and I continue to do it from then on. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a good 10-15 minute warm up. It's very important that we warm up our full body before we do a run, especially something like this where you will get injured if you try and do this cold. Then we're going to do the run, then we're going to do a full cool down. Again, it's important that you cool your body down after the run. So what is this run? Like I said, we're using a running track. Now the standard running track is 400 meters long. So what we're going to do, this is kind of the running layout here. We're going to do 800, 800, 600, 600, 400, 400, and then I've got something special for you at the end. So how this works, we're going to start off with the first 800 meters. We're going to start in the middle of the track here. We're going to start the timer, time ourselves, and then we're going to run all the way around as fast as we can. And then we're going to go all the way around again as fast as we can. That's 800 meters. And then when you've done that 800 meters, you're going to write down your heart rate. Now, depending on your age, weight, running ability, your heart rate could be anywhere from 165 beats a minute to 220 beats a minute if you're a little bit younger. So let's just say your heart rate is 190 beats a minute after you've finished that run. Now what I want you to do is time the length of time it takes for your heart rate to go from 190 to 140. Now that's what we're going to be measuring. Now a great way to do this is by using the lap timer on an iPhone. So as soon as you've finished that run, press lap, and what that'll do, that'll start a new timer. That'll tell you what your first lap was, and that's when you can start your next timer, which is your recovery rate, which is 140. Now as soon as your heart rate hits 140, what you're going to do then, you're going to start your next 800 meters and you're going to press that lap time again. That's going to measure your time of your 800 meters, and then your heart rate will probably be a little bit higher this time. You might be at 198, say, and then you're going to time from that down to 140. Then you're going to go again with your 600 meters. And this is the process that we do. So you do your run, you're timing your distance, and then you're timing your recovery rate to hit to 140. So now after you've done it, you should have a chart that looks like this, where you can see your running time and your recovery time. And now the last thing, after you've done all of these, what is this question mark that we're going to be doing? Well, this is one more run. This is a 200 meter run. And this is where you're going to start from here, round, and you're going to finish here. Now this here is 200 meters, doing this as fast as you can. But by this time, you're absolutely exhausted. So that 200 meters is going to be very hard. And then after that 200 meters, what you're going to do here, you're going to measure your recovery as well. So you've measured all of your runs and all of your recovery, and it will look like this when you've got it in your notes or wherever you've got it written down. So what can you do to improve your numbers, to build your stamina even more, and to measure this? Well, each time you do it, you've got to write your numbers down and compare your numbers. But before you do the runs, if you know, now let's say the first time you've done this 600 meters, it took you 2 minutes and 30 seconds to run around there. Now you know what you've got to beat. Keep looking at that timer when you're running, and that's going to really help you beat your score. And then obviously you're measuring your recovery, measure your recovery times as well. And I guarantee you, after 2 or 3 weeks of doing this, your overall fitness will be through the roof. Like I mentioned, warming up is very important in running. That's why I created this video here, where I give you the ultimate guide to warming up for boxing. Click here and watch this video next.